Hello, wherever you are out there, and welcome to our channel KassDays. Today, I'm not sure if we can actually fix this or not. It's a bit on how-to. I checked on YouTube channels and I could not really find a how-to video, so I thought I may try to capture this. Now, whether this is going to work or not, your guess is about as good as mine. And what I'm talking about is, it's in our case, on our car, we have a what's it called, kind of a luggage cover, in the very back. If you have a hatchback or anything like that, then you have the covers, which you normally can just pull out and they roll back again. So you can kind of cover your groceries on a sunny day or whatever you have back there. Now the problem we have, as you can see, it's pulled out, but it does not roll itself back in again. And in this case, in this model, we're talking, it's a Mazda, by the way, but perhaps other vehicles have a similar problem. You can purchase new ones or even refurbished ones, but by golly, they're about $350 or $450. Seems like a small fortune. So I was wondering if there's any possibility that there may be a repair available. I had a quick look. I couldn't really do or much or see much. So I went online, did some research, and I found supposedly a repair kit, and that's what I got in my hands here. It comes with instructions. They're in English and in German, believe it or not. It actually came from the UK. And supposedly, if you do it right, but there is no guarantee, all I need is this little aluminum piece and take it apart. Not sure if you can see this. It was about $30, $40, I guess, which seems a lot, but it still beats like $400, $500 for a whole new cover. So today's video is we're going to attempt, so I say, can we actually fix this? Maybe, we'll see. And we'll follow the instructions and see if we can get this resolved or not. So stay with me, wish me luck, and we'll go from there. Let's get this started. Got the manual here, we got the English sorted out. So really what it says here, the plastic part is worn out where the spring was connected and is therefore unusable. So there's a plastic part in here, probably kind of in the shape of this aluminum part now, that supposedly breaks, and then the spring is nowhere else attached, and then you have no retraction of the cover anymore. So the first step is detach the cover, of course, from your vehicle, or from the actual unit here, but you take it out of the vehicle first, and then you remove the plastic covers. And I believe these plastic covers, let's open this one up, are on the end here. Now, there are some Phillips screws, one here and one here. But if I look on the picture, because it says, rip open the side leather cover after remove it on the side where the spring was hooked in. Well, how do I know which side the spring was hooked in? I'm not sure. But they have a picture of this device in there, and on one side is kind of a protrusion here that clicks into the side, and the other side it does not have anything. If it shows here, it's just flat, and in the manual it shows this side, so I'm assuming based on that, that's where the spring was attached. So let's take out these Phillips screws. It looks like, there we go. I was just going to say, I can find them. Okay, well, you know what, let's put them somewhere a bit safer. Okay, here we go. So in the toolbox. So they are both out now. So I should be able to pull this off, I think. There we go. It's moving. Or not. There we go. Okay. Then it says take this out. So we can put this to the side for now. Let's put it out of the way so we don't accident. And it says rip open the side where the spring was in. So again, I would think that is this side here. Now they want us to open this up, so we have access to what? Let's see here. Rip open the synthetic leather cover for 2 to 3 centimeters on the side where the spring was hooked in. The metal pipe with 2 prick punches, circle in the picture below. Okay, so what I see here is, I see this here. Let's try to carefully open. That's about 2-3 centimeters. I see it's kind of glued, but if I pull here, so far it looks like I can actually just undo the glue by just pulling at it. And I'm hoping I'm on the right side here. So let's just keep peeling this off. So we'll just take our time, because we have to be able to put this back again so it looks somewhat decent. Probably glue it back together. Okay. All right, that should be the 2 or 3 centimeters. Okay, so I see the plastic white part, which looks kind of like our aluminum part here. And I'm assuming on the right side. So, what does it say? Please do not simply pull out the plastic. The metal pipe with 2 prick punches, circle in the picture. So, I guess these are the 2 prick punches. There is one here, if it shows up, and there is one over here. So, what do they want us to do? First thing, they say, don't just simply pull on this plastic, because if you break it, then the rest is still stuck in here, and you are probably done. According to the manual here, there's nothing you can do anymore. It says, the metal pipe with 2 prick punches, as we just talked about. Please do not simply pull out the plastic, as I mentioned. It might burst, and then the rest will get stuck in the metal pipe, block the pipe. When that happens, then unfortunately the repair of the cover with our spare part is not possible anymore. Now, I like how they say it, because I understand German as well. I'm struggling a little bit, but how politely they say that. And then I read the German instructions, pretty much as well. Too bad, so sad, you're out of luck, pretty much. So anyhow, what they want us to do is drill holes through the metal pipe at the same spots where the prick pinches are. Read the formula only to the middle, do not drill through the plastic. All right, so let me get some drill ready. So first of all, I guess make sure you have the appropriate tools, which is clearly a drill bit and a drill. So let me get that ready. What we've done so far, we used the drill, and we were drilling out these little punches here, so we could actually grab the plastic piece and carefully get that out without breaking it. And that's kind of where we are at the moment. Now the only thing is, it says see the spring, and I don't really see a spring yet. So but anyways, we'll get a bit further, but just so you see where we are at, and we'll go from there. Well, I wasn't 100% sure if I'm at the right track, but we are. I'm just putting some lights on here, so that's a plastic piece. There is a spring that was hooked into here, and it's right here. I'm going to pull a little bit, and hopefully it shows up. Oops. And it's pretty greased up, so careful. So if you see here, now you see the spring, actually. And that spring used to be hooked into the plastic here, and it of course provides the tension, but the problem is the plastic piece is worn out. So I got to read up. I think I got to damage or break the plastic, as I cannot pull it out, and then use the new piece and put it back in. So let's read carefully and move on then to the next step. If it lets me. There we go. Since we successfully managed to do that, the next step is I'm going to smash with a hammer this plastic piece, because if you don't, then you have to disassemble, take it all out, and get the spring off the assembly and all that stuff. So this plastic piece is defective anyway, so the manual says take a hammer and break it apart. So that's the next step we are going to do. So I'll give this a roll in a minute here. As you can see, we got the piece off, just took a hammer, tapped it a couple times, didn't take much. The plastic is so old and brittle. Broke it apart. It's garbage, so we'll throw this out. And we start the assembly of the new piece. With the old piece out, we have the new piece, which is now aluminum, so much more sturdy. And what we have here is we're going to slide this in, or on top of it. It should slide over it. Yep, it sure does. And then it has a little bit of an L shape here. Let's just see here, right here, kind of here. So that's where we're going to hook in the spring. And then you see these couple indentations here, left and right. So what that really means is we're going to hook up the spring here, and pull out the spring, hook it up, and slide it back in. Then here we have the little holes we drilled. Now we're not going to line it up like this again. With these indentations, we're going to have a 90-degree offset. So the holes we drilled a little bit here, so we're going to have an offset there. And then we take a little bit of a punch and punch the tubing which we drilled out. And then that pushes itself into these indentations. That's at least my understanding, which holds this in place. Otherwise, it's just going to spin and spin and spin. So you can tighten up the spring. So that's my understanding based on the instructions. So that's the next step we are going to attempt. And as you can see, I have my trusty reading glasses on that I can actually see stuff. As reading these days sometimes is a little bit more difficult than it used to be. I'm not sure if they make all the lettering smaller these days or what it is. But anyways, let's work away on our repair here. So we pull this out. Here we go. Let's get a sharp towel here because that stuff is very, very greasy. So what they want us to do, here we see this little hook here on the spring. It's going to have it. Hopefully you can kind of see this. So we're going to go on here. Oops. So where is the spring? So the spring should go right in here like this. And it does. Look at that. Very simple. Just hooks in like that. And then it's been held in place by the actual tubing here. So now if it says 90-degree off with the hole punches. So if I do this, go in like that, right 90 degrees in between and go in, that should actually work for us. Now that's a little bit resistance. That's probably from drilling. We may have a little bit of from drilling out. It's maybe a little bit rough on the inside. So let's just see here. Now, why is this pulling out like that? Let me just double check something. So I'll double check everything. That's all good, actually. As I've shown before, we have the spring attached to the L. It was a bit of resistance to put it in, but it's actually working all quite well. I have it offset by 90, where I'm going to do the prick punches again. The spring is hooked in, and all I need is a hammer tapping it slightly into position, and that should then, with the prick punches, should hold it in place again. Just gonna make sure I know exactly where to roughly put the prick punches then. So it's about here. Right here is one, once we are in. And then the same on the other side. That's here, so that would be here. There we go. So we have that marked. And with a little bit of gentle tapping. There we go. Look at that. You can hear it by the sound that it's all nicely in. So that's done. Let's see here. The last step should be what? Now our new part, which replaces the old parts, plastic. Yes, yes, yes. Hooking the spring, the small slot. That's an L-shaped slot. Push it back into the metal pipe. Not the original position, but 90 degrees left, which we've done. So because the original position was right here, so now we're over here on either side. Mark the spots in the middle pipe for the new prick punches, so that's good. And here, do the new prick punches exactly at the same spot where the center holes on the new aluminum parts will be. Check with pliers if the new prick punches are deep enough and at the correct position. If the aluminum part moves, your prick puncher is not deep enough or at the wrong spot. Yeah, it's important that you have it marked and it's properly, so you know where the indentation is of the new part we put in the aluminum, because if there is no indentation, you cannot really, well, you can prick punch it, but it's not going to make a difference. So basically, in other words, you have to do indentations, you have the tubing over it, and then all we're going to do is punch it, and then he puts it slightly in the hole, prevents it from forming with the tension of the spring. So that's the thought process. So we did the prick punches. It was a little bit difficult to capture, but anyways, here you can see it's all nice and pointy, the little prick punch here. Of course, you use your hammer. And then, as I showed you before with this aluminum piece, the indentation, 90-degree offset from the old ones. And here, I'm not sure if it shows up, but here you can see is one of our prick punch. And the other one is over here. And in order to make sure, I can already take a plier, but I can tell this is in here very well and ain't going to go anywhere. So you don't need to, well, you can use a plier and try to turn it a bit, but if you line it up properly and it goes nicely together, then you shouldn't have any problems. So that out of the way, we put some couple tools away and we'll keep going with the process. The hole punches, or the prick punches, whatever the manual calls, all done. We are going to roll it up, like we folded everything back. So what we're going to do now is we're going to, as you can see here, we've folded everything back nicely. We need to put a little bit of glue on. So we're going to roll this up. There we go. I think still about good. Yeah, looks about even. Okay. We'll take our casing. The one end is on, screws are in. Although if I look at this one here, it looks like the screw is in it very nicely. Let's see here. No, that's it. Okay, so we'll put this to the bottom. Now just got to see which one is the top here. There we go. Because if this is the top, we're going to make sure we have this on the top. So the other side, there is just a little bit of a notch in there. So that goes down here. There we go. This goes into the cover. And I think we got this okay. Or are we already out of sync here? Let's see. There we go. I think that's all pretty good. We have it the right way. Then I'll take this cover. And if you look in here with this rod, this is now spring loaded with this rod here, that clicks into an opening there with the flat part. And I think it says roll the cover up, reattaching to the cover holder, which we've done. Take the plastic covering, put onto the metal rod, and spin it about 10 to 12 anti-clockwise turns. So, first of all, let's get this rod in here, just trying to see what or how does it have to be in the end. Like so, I believe. Okay, but anyways, we'll line this up in here. There we go. You know when it's in there, and then they go 10 to 12. So start off. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, oops, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Not sure if that's tight enough, then we would slide this on here. Here we go. Now I don't have the screws in yet, but then this cover, if we've done this right, should pull out. Oops. Go back in, but somehow we didn't put it in properly at the bottom, so we got to do this all over. But anyhow, let's do this again. We've done this again, rolled it up nicely, make sure it's secure on the other end. Before we're going to test this, let's make sure we put the screws in, so it's going to be held in place. So we did 10 to 12. So we did 12 spins anti-clockwise. So okay, that's on. And that's how it goes into the vehicle again. So just imagine I'm the vehicle, that's where this clicks in. And then this one goes out and attaches again. So let's just do it this way, but it looks to me, so it's attached. We roll it out all the way, so that's hanging on, and then it goes back in. Look at that. This worked like a charm. So it took a little bit longer. Well, of course I'm filming as well. Everything takes about 2 or 3 times as long. But anyhow, this repair actually works. All you have to do is have the right tools, have a couple prick punch, or have a prick punch, a hammer, drill, a very sharp drill bit, and maybe a little bit of a plier, and you can actually do this repair instead of getting a used or a new one, as I said at the beginning, around $400 or $500 for a little bit of my time, and $30 or $40 part plus, well, probably with shipping around 40 45 Canadian dollars. As I said, I found it, came from the UK. You follow instructions that come in English and German with it, and you follow it step by step. Just take your time. That's absolutely doable. I would say probably half an hour, like 30 minutes, but give yourself probably at least double the time. As I said, with me it took even a bit longer with filming this and capturing this as well, but I'm happy this works. You're going to put it in the vehicle, but as you said, it rolls back in again. It's better as new because it's not plastic, it's an aluminum piece in there now. So wonderful. If you have any questions, where I got it, if you have a similar problem or anything, how exactly I've done that, just again, as usual, send us a comment. In the meantime, thanks for watching. Thanks for being with us. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends. Much appreciated. And stay well, stay healthy, and we'll see you again in the very near future. Bye-bye for now. Always down and ready to ride.